It's strange how quiet the world becomes after someone you love is no longer in it. The days stretch on, heavy with memory, and the nights, they echo with silence. For a long time I lived in that silence, wrapped in a kind of grief that seemed permanent, like it had grown roots inside me. His name was Daniel. My first love. My best friend. My husband. We had been married for 9 years when he passed away. A sudden cardiac arrest, they said. One moment we were laughing over dinner and the next he was just gone. The ring he gave me stayed on my finger, a glimmer of the life we had built, now hollow and distant. It felt like betrayal to take it off. And yet each time I looked at it, it reminded me of everything I had lost. For months, maybe even a year, I moved through life like a ghost. I smiled when expected. I answered texts. I showed up to work. But I wasn't really living. I was surviving. Grief is unpredictable. Some days you feel okay. Other days, a smell, a song, or a photo can completely unravel you. I kept waiting for the pain to lessen, for the day I'd wake up and not miss Daniel so intensely. But grief doesn't work that way. It shifts, it changes shape, but it never truly leaves. One rainy afternoon, I remember because it was the kind of storm Daniel would have loved. I wandered into a bookstore I used to visit with him. I hadn't planned to go there. I just found myself walking in, drenched, heart heavy. And that's where I met Adam. He was sitting in the corner with a cup of tea, reading some weather-beaten poetry book. He looked up, smiled politely, and returned to his reading. I almost left. I wasn't ready. But something, maybe the way he gently moved his chair to give me space or the way he seemed so peaceful, made me stay. Over the next few weeks I saw him there again. And again. Always reading, always quiet, but he began to smile when I entered. Eventually he said hello. Then one day he offered to share his table when the others were full. We talked. First about books, then about life. I told him about Daniel, not right away but early enough. I expected him to recoil, to politely retreat from the wreckage that was still very much my heart. But he didn't. He listened. Adam never tried to fix my grief. He didn't offer clichés like, everything happens for a reason, or he's in a better place. He simply allowed me to be sad, and slowly he gave me reasons to smile again. I struggled with guilt. How could I laugh again with someone else? How could I begin to open my heart, when a part of it would always belong to Daniel? But Adam never tried to take that part away. He honored it. Once he said, "You don't have to erase Daniel to make room for me. There's space in you for both love and memory." And something inside me shifted. We dated slowly, carefully. Every milestone came with tears, both of joy and mourning. When he first held my hand, I cried. When I introduced him to my parents, they held back their own grief as they welcomed him. A year into our relationship he proposed, but not in the way you'd expect. He didn't kneel. He didn't hold out a ring. Instead he held my hand and said, "You don't need a new ring to start over. But if you're ready to wear this beside the one you already have, then I want to walk forward with you. All of you." So now on my finger there are 2 rings. One from the love I lost and one from the love I've found. Daniel's ring reminds me of where I've been. Of a love that shaped me, supported me, and held me through some of the best and hardest moments of my life. Adam's ring, it reminds me of what's still possible. Of healing. Of resilience. Of the beautiful, terrifying, glorious truth that love can come back. They say grief is love with no place to go. But I've learned that sometimes, love returns, not to replace but to renew. The ring on my finger is not just jewelry. It's a symbol of every tear I've shed, every step I've taken, and every risk I've dared to try again. So to anyone out there navigating the darkness of loss, let yourself grieve. Let yourself break. But never forget that light can still find you even after the deepest storm. And sometimes, love, unexpected and gentle, finds you in the quiet spaces, in bookstores, in small moments, in the courage to say yes again.